Good afternoon. Now today we shall discuss about the Raman spectral copy. As we know, there are so many types of the spectral technique by means of which we can study about the molecular structure. Before this technique, we used UV spectra for study of the molecular structure. Now, in Raman spectra, we mainly talk about the scattering of light. So, this is the object, this is a solid material upon which monochromatic light incident upon it. Some of the light are scattered and some are transmitted. So, this scattering of light before Raman, it was explained by Rayleigh, and that scattering is known as Rayleigh scattering. The number of the incident light is scattered totally by the object, molecule. Object may be molecule, may be crystal, or maybe in any phase. But in 1928, 1928, Raman observed that frequency of the scattered light may be higher than the frequency of the incident light or may be lower than the frequency or wave number you can say of the incident light. Before Raman, it was understood that frequency of the incident light is equal to the frequency of scattered light. So, this scattering of light is of two types. One is the Rayleigh scattering. Rayleigh scattering. Rayleigh scattering. It means, suppose this monochromatic light is laser. When this monochromatic light incident upon the object, it will scatter. So, in case of Rayleigh scattering, nu I equal to mu s. This is the condition. Mu I is equal to New Year's. I means this new I, degree, frequency, frequency of incident light. Incident light. And New Year's, degree, frequency, frequency of scattered light. This was the concept before Raman. But in 1928, Raman, Indian scientist, who experimentally observed that few incident light are scattered of high frequency and few of lower frequency. It means frequency of the scattered light may be high or may be low. And this type of the scattering was considered as Raman scattering. So, here Raman spectroscopy, it is a non-destructive chemical analysis technique which provides detailed information about chemical structure, phase and stability. Raman spectra is based on interaction of the light with chemical bond. Raman spectra is a fingerprint of the molecule. This is the fundamental. Now, one thing is also very important that frequency of higher region, visible region that is required. But there is a difference between IR spectra and Raman spectra. IR spectra is given by those molecules in which there is a change in dipole moment. When there is a light absorption of IR region, there is a change in dipole moment due to vibrational modes, different type of the vibrational modes. But in Raman spectroscopy, there is a change in polarizability. So this is the difference fundamentally. So we can understand that Raman spectroscopy depends upon the change in polarizability. So I say there is a Raman spectrum, and second is this is the radiation spectrum and this is the Raman spectrum. Raman spectrum. Raman spectrum. And there are two types of the Raman spectrum. You can say like this. Raman spectrum. It stores scattering and anti-stove scattering. Stove scattering and anti-stove scattering. Stove stove scattering and anti-stove scattering. Now, what is meaning? Meaning thereby that is nu I greater than nu s. This type of the scattering of light by the organic molecule is called Stokes scattering or Stokes line. Just I will give you a diagram how Stokes line and anti-Stokes line are formed. So here Stokes scattering of the Raman in which frequency of the scattered light is less than frequency of the incident. And in anti-Stokes scattering, we say nu I it is less than nu s. Means frequency of the incident light is less than frequency of the scattered light. So such type of the scattering is known as anti-Stokes scattering or anti-Stokes line. Now we can represent the Stokes and anti-Stokes and Rayleigh also. Just see Stokes and anti-Stokes line. So first of all, I explain here Rayleigh scattering. Suppose this is the ground state, and in the molecule there are number of the vibrational and rotational energy level. So when the wavelength of higher region or visual region incident upon the molecule, there is a vibrational change. And therefore, this Raman and IR spectra are effective in studying the molecular structure. So, here I say, suppose this is the one vibrational state, this is another, like this. This is the V0, V0, V1, V2, V3, V4. So these are the different vibrational states, means vibrational energy level in the molecule. Suppose this is the position of the electron here. So as soon as incident light absorbed by the molecule, what will happen? it will be excited to some virtual state. Virtual, virtual excited state. Virtual excited state. Yeah, virtual excited. Now what happened? Again it come back. When the molecule come back to the original state here, add to some vibrational state, and suppose it comes to the this vibrational state given, not to the ground state, not to the ground state. So this is the frequency of scatter light. This is the frequency of the scatter light, and this is the frequency of the incident light. Now just see difference. If the scattered light comes again to the ground state like this, from where the molecule was in ground state. So here you say nu I is equal to nu s. This is known as relay. Relay scattering. Relay scattering. Now there is another possibility. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the vibrational state 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. You can say V equal to V. ये V1, V2, V3, V0 ये vibrational quantum number. Vibrational quantum number Vk represent the vibrational energy in the molecule. So suppose this is the status of the molecule and light incident upon the molecule. What will happen? Again it will go to virtual excitation. This is the virtual excited. So see here, the molecule is in ground state, is monochromatic light fall upon the molecule, it becomes excited and comes to the virtual excited state. Virtual excited state, like this. Like this. Again it comes back. So it comes back to this V1. It started from V0, ground state. But after transmitting light, means after scattering, what happened? The frequency is lower. Just see, nu s. This is the frequency of the scattered light, and this is the frequency of the incident light. So what happened? Nu I is greater than nu s, or nu I minus nu s. It is delta nu. It is positive. It is positive. So this delta nu, it is the Raman shift. Raman shift. Raman shift. So if the Raman shift is positive, so this is known as the Stokes line. This is known as Stokes line. Stokes line. Yeah, Stokes scattering. So one thing is very clear. Molecule is in ground state. Monochromatic light or photon of a monochromatic light fall upon the molecule. Molecule becomes excited, go to the virtual state, virtual excited state, and again come back by inking or by scattering of the light. The frequency of the scattered light is this one. And now molecule remain at some higher state of the vibrational energy level. It means some of the energy of the radiation incident light is absorbed by the molecule or retained by the molecule. So when some of the energy of the incident light is retained by the molecule, the frequency of the scattered light will be smaller. And therefore, the molecule fall to the higher vibrational state, and this type of the shift is observed known as the Raman shift, and the line observed is known as the Stokes line. This is one of the conditions. Now there is another condition also. Suppose these are the different vibrational states. Different vibrational state. The vibration quantum number 0, B equal to 1, B equal to 2, B equal to 3, B equal to 4, 19. Now it has been observed that few of the molecules are already in more energy than ground state. Here I consider the molecules are in ground state, minimum energy state. Here molecule is also in ground state. But here we consider that suppose few of the molecules, very small number, few of the molecules are in high energy state. Not in this is the ground state. Suppose the molecule is here. Now, monochromatic light incident upon the molecule. What will happen? It will go to virtual. This is the virtual. Virtual excited state. Virtual excited state. It will go to this one. Virtual. And after reaching to the virtual excited state, it will come back. So it comes to the ground state. Like this. Ground. This is the V0 ground. So just see, this is the energy difference. This is the energy difference. If I say this is the E0 and this is the E1, so energy difference is very clear that E0 minus E1 it is positive. It is positive. Or you can say if this is the new I, and this is the new S, frequency of the incident light and frequency of the scatter light. So this frequency is higher. Just see here. This frequency is higher than frequency of the incident light. So here what is the condition? Nu I is less than nu S. And therefore we can say nu I minus nu S, it is minus delta nu. Minus delta nu. This is also Raman shift, but here Raman shift is positive. Raman shift means delta nu, difference of the frequency of incident and scatter. When frequency of the incident and scatter lights are equal, that is the Rayleigh scattering, so there is no difference. So delta nu बराबर 0. Delta nu बराबर 0. But in Raman effect, these two effects have been observed. One, the frequency of the scatter light may be lower than the frequency of the incident. Stokes line or anti-Stokes line when the frequency of the scatter light is higher than the incident line. So, selection rule. Actually, if somebody asks you what is the principle of the Raman spectroscopy, so you can very easily say principle of Raman spectra. Principle of Raman spectra. Number one, change in polarizability changing polarizability of the molecule. Means changing dimension. Just suppose this is the dimension of the molecule. Change. In IR spectra, there is a change in dipole moment. But in Raman spectra, there is change in dimension. Dimension of the molecule. That is the polarizability of the molecule. So, one should have that there is a change in polarizability. Second thing, you have to say inelastic scattering. Inelastic scattering. There are two types of the scattering. One is the elastic and second is inelastic scattering. Inelastic means nu I is equal to nu S. This is the elastic scattering. Means Rayleigh scattering is elastic scattering. But the Raman scattering is inelastic scattering. Means inelastic scattering means you can say nu I greater than nu s or nu I less than nu s. Both type of the means both is frequency of the scattered and incident lights are not same, and such type of the scattering is known as inelastic scattering, and in this inelastic scattering you can say A Stokes scattering, nu I, nu s, delta nu positive. B anti-Stokes line, anti-Stokes scattering, nu I minus nu s minus delta nu negative. This is the anti-Stokes. Now, second thing, what is the selection rule? Selection rule of the Raman spectrum. Selection rule. This is called a glass selection. Glass selection. So in glass selection, you know, atom in the molecule it vibrates like this. So due to vibration, there is change in polarizability. So this is the one condition. But you have to understand the change in polarizability may be up to time. That is a isotropy polarizability. Isotropic polarizability. You know, in the radiation, there are two fields. One is the electric field and second is the magnetic field. So if change in polarizability does not take place in the direction of the electric field, that is the isotropic polarizability. Like this, isotropic polarizability. Change in polar dimension that not take place in the direction of electric field. electric field, just like this. This is the dimension of the molecule, and this is perpendicular. Perpendicular. The electric field is acting perpendicular to the dimension of the molecule. So the change in polarizability does not take place in the direction of the electric field. So such type of the change is known as isotropic polarizability. Now there is another type of the polarizability B, अनआइसोट्रोपिक पोलराइजेबिलिटी, जिसको कहते हैं एनिसोट्रॉपिक पोलराइजेबिलिटी. एनिसोट्रॉपिक पोलराइजेबिलिटी. Suppose this is the molecule, hydrogen you can consider. There is the electric field in this direction. What will happen? This is like this. Electron cloud is expanding in the direction of the electric field and contracting against the field. So in this expansion and contraction, that indicates the change in polarizability or change in dimension of the molecule. Not necessarily molecules should be polar. Non-polar molecule, just see, hydrogen is a non-polar molecule. Even there is a change in dimension. So this type of the, just see, this is the change in the dimension. So this is known as the anisotropic polarizability. So this is one of the selection rule. Now there is another selection rule also known as the mutual exclusion rule. Mutual exclusion rule, or you can say centrosymmetry principle. There is another principle. One is this one, second is centrosymmetry rule. IR spectra can be observed in case of symmetrical molecule in which asymmetric vibration takes place, and also observed in case of non-symmetrical molecule. But Raman is observed only in those molecules in which there is a center of symmetry. Just see, centrosymmetry group, carbon, oxygen, this is the carbon dioxide, this is the center. So the change in this molecule, you can say this is the center symmetry, this is the central symmetry. So this will show change in polarization, means change in dimension. So therefore it is Raman active. So all those molecules having center of symmetry all are Raman active because there is a change in polarizability when monochromatic light incident upon the molecule. But in case of non-cytosymmetric molecules, just like say nitrogen, oxygen, like this. This is another type of the molecule. Is there any center of symmetry? No, there is no center of symmetry. So if there is no center of symmetry, what makes you can say no center of symmetry, no center of symmetry, no center of symmetry, and therefore it is Raman inactive. Raman inactive, but I am active. Why is IR active? Because there is a change in dipole moment. There is a change in dipole moment here too. These are the two different atoms having different electronegativity. So this bond is polar bond. So there is a change in dipole moment. But in this case, when there is a symmetrical vibration, no IR, because in case of symmetrical vibration, there is no change in dipole moment. So unless until there is a change in dipole moment, IR spectra cannot be observed. But Raman spectra can be observed. So this is why Raman spectra can be observed in case of non-polar molecule and IR spectra are observed in polar molecule. So this is all about the principle and selection rule, what are Stokes line, what are anti-Stokes line, how Stokes and anti-Stokes lines are formed in the Raman spectra. So this is all about the Raman spectra. Thank you very much. Thank you.